When women check out of their relationships. This was a controversial post that I put on my social media that had everybody in conversation about why women check out. But let's tap into this conversation, not just why women check out, but why people check out of their relationships in general. I'm bringing back the infamous Clevonne to have this conversation right after this. What is mindset? Our mindset is based on what we believe, and anything we believe in, we put into motion. I have spent my life putting the mindset of perseverance into motion, and now I am here today to share my journey along with others whose mindsets have changed the course of their lives. Hi, I'm mindset coach Lorraine Lindsey, and I believe that if you can change your mind, you have the power to change your life. So are you ready? Welcome back to another episode of the Lorraine Lindsey Podcast. We're all about mindset here. I always say this, that if you can change your mind, you have the power to change your life. And I'm getting ready to dig deep into this conversation with Clevonne about relationships and checking out of relationships, because there is indeed a mindset of what happens in the relationship that makes us want to check out. So I'm going to play this video real quick. Got lots to talk about on this topic. It'll be good. You know, I love having you to go toe-to-toe on this conversation. Men's perspective, women's perspective. But let's play this video that got so much attention on Instagram.
Okay, let's go for it.
As a woman, we start to think like, I'm not even going to bother having this conversation anymore. It just is what it is. And you start checking out.
Yeah, that sucks.
That sucks because... And men don't realize it. And here is the thing. Let me say this real quick. So from a woman's perspective, when we are fighting you on a thing and arguing on a thing and going to bat with you on things, we still care. When we stop saying that thing, it's not because we've healed or we are better or we're okay with it. It's we're checking out. We are as a woman out. We start to think like, man, I'm not even going to bother having. So, Cleve, you and I had this conversation. We sat, we were talking about, I think the show was on relationships falling apart. Mm-hmm. And somehow we got on this thing about us as women, or I was saying us as women checking out. Okay. We are checking out. When we stop fighting you and doing the things, we check out. Why do you think, first of all, that this was such a hot topic and something that got people really worked up? And do you think this only pertains to women?
We always give more credit to women. That's one of our biggest issues. We always give more credit to women walking away, but we never give credit to men for staying. Nobody ever acknowledges why men actually stick it out and stay. Because men have their reasons, but women are more apt to just, I'm done, I'm out of here. And men will find more reason to stay, but we never give credit to that.
So are you trying to say that women don't stay longer than they should?
No.
That's a lie.
No, you say they don't. See, where we always get mixed up is we get mixed up on, you remember we were in high school and we seen the coach and they walked down the aisle with the special kids and everybody knew they were special kids. Everybody knew, we all knew because they was in the coach class. But nowadays, they didn't threw everybody in the same pot. This is my issue. Everybody is thrown in the same pot, and now we categorize everybody as the same. Meaning you go get a bum trash person, whether it's woman or man, and we say they're all the same. Everybody's not the same.
Okay.
That's a big issue in today's society now. So you don't know, it's like the good is being overshadowed with the bad. For instance, let me give you another example.
Okay.
We have a lot of special ed people.
Wait.
No, I'm making a point right now. The point I'm making is that everybody is thrown together. Everybody is thrown together as if every relationship is bad or as if everybody feels the same way. Like,
give me a specific example as it pertains to relationships, not
relationship meaning the special needs is that everybody damn near looks the same. Like, okay, you walked away from relationships in the past, right?
Yes.
And it wasn't a good relationship. It wasn't a good choice, and it probably was immature at the time.
Well, I can tell you that I checked out emotionally from those relationships well before I actually physically left those relationships. And I think that reflecting and looking back, there was some codependence involved in that situation.
Okay.
There was some idea in my mind that there was potential that I need to invest in and hope that that person would change. Okay. There was also, in true candor, there were parts of me that I didn't realize needed fixing. But there was this burnout stage, and still kind of hoping for a period of time that the relationship would somehow get better, like that partner would actually change.
Okay, so from a male perspective, I'm in a relationship, the woman wants to leave, right?
Okay.
She wants to walk away, and I'm like, how can we fix it? What can we do? Oh, I'm done. I'm already checked out. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like, well, I see the benefits of us staying together and working together, the longevity of it. This is where we get it backwards, where how a man processes things and how a woman processes things. We all as individuals get burnt out, right?
Yeah.
We all get to a point where we check out, because you always get lost on my analogies, Lord. So for the debatable topic, I as a man, as a business owner, right? I choose a woman who's very toxic, who wants to fight, not healthy.
Okay, why are you choosing that?
That's
or is this an example?
No, it's an example.
Okay.
So I myself see the liability in keeping her around. I would like for the relationship to stay and us figure it out, but I see the liability in keeping her present in my life. So I'm losing. And when I lose as a man, everybody's going to blame me as a man. But if you as a woman lose, everybody will, oh, girl, oh, I hope you get better. Coddle her. But as a man, when I lose, it's like, bro, get on your feet.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Get yourself together.
What's wrong with that?
So
I mean, as far as
it's an issue because we never give men a pass, really. We don't really give men a pass.
For what, though? What do men need a pass for exactly? When you say, because the way you articulated the conversation, the way you started it, well, listen, you know me, I'm going to break down what you say. It has to
but there you go.
But
now we just started. Go.
It's going to have to make sense to me in order for me to have a conversation
The
with
statement you just made, you just say, why do we give men a pass? Why do we give women a pass all the time?
But when you say pass, a pass on what exactly?
A pass on being emotionally drained or being weak, don't have the strength. When a man falls short, fails, things don't go right, he's in the blame. So if the relationship goes left, for instance, me and your relationship, and we can't pay our bills. We can't pay our bills. They gonna say, you got Clevonne at the house, that dude ain't doing nothing? Are they gonna say that, or are they not gonna say that? Yes or no? Quan, jump in here, brother. You gotta interject.
Hold on.
Are they gonna say that this man is in the house, he should be providing for you? Yes or no?
Can we digress a little bit?
No, answer the question then.
No, because
answer the question, then say what you're gonna say.
Clevonne, you gotta let me
answer my question though before you go left.
But I don't go. It's a loaded question.
Answer my question. Yes or no? It's a yes or no.
We gotta frame it. Let me frame it first.
No. Because we're gonna drift.
It depends on the relationship and the dynamics.
No.
Now, if there is a relationship where the man and the woman and the man is the breadwinner, he has chosen that role.
No, if a man is in the house, if a man is in the house, ain't no in between.
But there's many different scenarios.
No, baby.
There isn't?
If a man is in the house and he ain't taking care of home and we done failed and the bill's not paid, they're going to say, what is he doing?
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Why don't they say that about her?
What is wrong with saying, what is the man doing? In the natural hierarchy of men and women in a household, right? Traditionally speaking, if we're talking about a traditional couple, okay? That's why I'm asking you. Or is this a traditional couple where the man works? It
don't matter. The man is in the house. So once...
Of course it matters. If
so
it's
he don't get a pass.
No. If it's a traditional relationship where the man is the worker and he goes out and he makes the money and the woman's a housewife, is that the relationship we're talking about?
Y'all pick and choose when y'all want to choose.
I'm not picking and choosing, but we can't make a blanket statement if we don't know. Hold on.
But you never answer yes or no.
Because I want to know the dynamics. What was the dynamic of the relationship? Now, if I'm the woman that's the breadwinner and I go into the relationship taking charge and I'm the one that's agreed
and they going to still say, what the hell is he doing?
They might.
You know they are.
Okay, why though?
And there will be many men who agree with me. When they see a woman losing and she got a man in the house, what the hell is he doing?
Well, let me ask you your opinion. Let me ask you this. What do you think of a man that's living with a woman and the woman's taking care of him and he's doing nothing? What will be your opinion of that man?
Bro, got to step up, right?
Okay, so
that's what everybody going to say, but here's the reality, though.
Why won't you give him a pass? You're contradicting yourself.
No, it's not, because it goes back to what I said earlier.
Why won't you give him a pass?
Listen. It goes back to what I said earlier. When I say we have thrown everybody in the pot, Some people are horrible choosers of a partner.
Okay,
Period.
that's a whole different conversation.
No, but this conversation got to come back to us. Some people choose people that they literally take care of and they can be the victim with. Literally. So you say, oh, he's not doing nothing. Oh, he failed. Well, you chose somebody you take care of.
Okay, but that's a different conversation.
It is, but it falls in the same category.
But let's circle back real quick.
Go for it.
You said that men do not get passes. Is that correct? Did you say that?
You just agreed with me.
Okay. Now, when I asked you, if I throw that question at you, there's a man in the home and he is doing nothing with himself. You said he needs to step up.
He got to step up.
Okay, but your argument earlier was that men need to get a pass. Why won't you give him a pass?
Why don't his woman give him a pass? Why don't society give him a pass? Because it's the mindset.
Okay, you're part of society, and you said, no, he needs to step up. So I'm asking you, specifically you, why you won't give him a pass.
Am I not giving him? Okay, because it's a loaded question. It's a loaded question. I don't know how to fully answer it because it's a blanketed statement that you just made, so I don't know how to really give it to you.
I was very specific.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. I, as a man, because if I know this man right here, I know this man that's next to me, I'm going to be right there in touch with him. Like, bro, how can we get you on your feet? If I know him. When people don't know the man, they're going to automatically say he need to get up. He need to do this.
I think they're going to say about any man. And I mean, to actually go with your point, I think as a society, as you say it, there is an expectation of how a man should show up in his relationship. There is an expectation.
This is how we build. And naturally in society, how we built is the man is supposed to naturally take care of home.
Okay.
That's how we build.
Why does he get a pass if he's not doing that? Why
he getting a pass if he falls short? That's what I'm saying. If he falls short.
Fall short based on what though? Because let me say this real quick. If I'm in a relationship with a man who I know is a hard-working man, I show up as a hard-working woman, okay? In my dynamic, in my relationship, we're both going to go in grinding and working hard and hustling, okay? We're both driven in that way. That's a relationship that's complementary to me because I'm not a woman who, nothing against women who do, but I'm not a woman who wants to stay at home. Okay, with that in mind, if my man starts to fall off, meaning things happen, and life just gets him, I'm going to be behind him and he's going to get a pass all day long.
But some women got to learn how to stop bashing a man too.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish this point, please. Unless when he falls from grace, he stays down. And then he starts to become, down to the point where he doesn't want to get back up. And then he will stay down there and allow me as the woman to do everything on his behalf. At some point in that scenario, if you don't get up at some point, you're going to burn me out. I will always give my man a pass if he's willing. Things happen. People fall short. Things fall off. Life happens. And if my partner has a moment of disparity, I'm all for him. I will give him a pass all on. But if he stays there in that disparity and does nothing and doesn't mind me getting up every day to go work and provide for us, and he ain't determined and he's not ambitious to get up.
But he been a man taking care of home all this time, though. But he been a man taking care of.
I just painted a scenario where two people are grinding.
They are grinding.
Okay.
And as a man who's falling
I love
from
how you're
grace,
talking to the camera.
as a man who's falling from grace,
okay,
to take the loss.
Yes.
When I first started coming to the studio here, I myself would leave here and go home with no power on. I myself would leave here in the depression. I myself was trying to find the type of help, and I still got the same type of response you're giving. He needs to get up. You need to get up. You need to figure it out. I didn't realize I was in a depression. I didn't realize I was just doing what I knew to do I always keep moving. That's what I always do.
So you kept moving.
I keep moving, but it's very hard when you don't have the right support. The thing we don't talk about often is when men fall, and my fall hits different a lot of times because me, deep down inside, I'm falling apart because I'm not able to be the man I'm supposed to be. I sometimes don't have the right support around me. On top of the fact, I don't have the right spouse in my home. So now I'm wandering.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. I hear that loud and clear. And I understand that men are human just like women are human. And when we fall, we can go through depression and self-doubt and all of things. And I understand that. And I empathize with that 100%. But when you say you need support.
So no sympathy, empathy.
Well, empathy meaning I can relate.
I can
okay.
relate.
And when you're dealing with empathy, it's me relating to the pain. Okay. I can also be sympathetic in that as well. Even if I don't relate, I can still have a nurturing way to say, I feel bad for this person. I feel that he's down. But my question for you is, what is the communication in this type of support that you need? And this is why for some women, again, I'm only speaking because I am woman from behalf of on that, relating to women because I am woman, is that sometimes when we lend support and we're there to support, it becomes a crutch for the man and he doesn't get up. It happens sometimes.
It does happen.
The support becomes it and nothing else. And so some men stay down. So my thing is, what for you as a man would get you to get up just for self? Forget about everybody else. Just for self.
It depends on what I have to work for.
Okay.
I myself had my daughter with me 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time years ago when I was homeless, I had my son with me. So that was like my push.
Yeah.
I had him around me, so that was my push, Clevonne's
and I
push.
can respect that.
While I had my daughter around me, that was my push. I cannot fail, but then I kept falling deeper. And when men fall deeper, they get more angry and frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's not understood. People are like, oh, he's angry, he's this. Nobody understands when I actually fall.
May I ask you this question? Do you communicate how you're feeling? Do you allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to say, this is what I'm thinking and feeling? Because that's another thing,
that can
too.
slap me in the face if I did it.
Well, but then who's responsible for the choices you're making with your partnership that don't allow you to have a voice?
That goes back to some of us choose wrong.
Okay.
Because some of us choose immature people who should not be governing our emotions, should not be covering us.
I don't think anybody should be in charge of your emotions.
No, it's not about it being in charge. I'm saying that if you're my woman,
yeah,
I should be able to come and have a conversation with you, a complicated conversation with you, regardless if you like it or not. But most people, not just woman or man, most people are mature or healed enough to even have certain conversations. So therefore, you got to shut down.
But that goes both ways. And let me tell you, I can give you a perfect example. I have seen it time and time. I've experienced it personally, where when you sit to communicate and express how you feel, right? The person doesn't necessarily like what you have to say. You may not like what I have to say, but that is truly what I am thinking and feeling right now. So, well, you're trying to be right. No, I'm not trying to be right. I am trying to be heard.
Have we become enemies at this point?
No, I'm just saying
Because sometimes you become enemies already, and I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
But how do you become enemies? Mostly when there's a breakdown in communication.
The bitterness with each other.
But where does that come from?
Within the individuals.
But why does it happen? It happens most of the time. It starts with trust, a breakdown in love, or communication. And usually the communication is what goes first.
Yeah.
And if you are, as a man, going through things that make you feel down and depressed, and you are struggling because either you don't trust to communicate that to your partner, or you just pridefully don't communicate that, then that leaves the other person on the other end to guess what you need. And so when we say you want support, if you don't say what that support is, I'll go around blindly supporting you in ways that maybe you don't even want.
Which is true.
And that happens a lot.
A lot of times in communities that we're raised in, remember I learned that from you, communities that we're raised in don't teach us how to find the right line of communication or the right person to communicate with. Because if I've heard it, and what I mean by that is sometimes the people's immaturity will cause them to throw something back in their face. Men are more prideful. The men that take care of home, the men that provide, the men that are there caring for you, all right, that's what I'm talking about. And you got young men that are going to grow up that need the guidance too. Don't forget that. A lot of times...
You be going left field with these conversations.
Listen, and keep up with me. I know your brain a little slow. A lot of times, the men, I'm messing with you. A lot of times the men will have something thrown back in their face that I trusted you with. Whether it's what I've been through in the past or whatever. And that's a communication breakdown itself, because you threw it in my face one time. You probably did it again when you got angry. Oh, I'm on my cycle or whatever. It don't matter. You threw it in my face. So when you threw it in my face, it taught me that what a fool to come back and talk to you.
And I get that.
How foolish. You see, but as a man though, here's the thing. As a man, we got to learn how to bridge the gap within that, because you have a lot of these relationships And once again, we give a pass where women say, he ain't talking, he ain't said nothing, I ain't got time for this. He want to keep all his emotions to himself, whatever. But did we ever look back on the fact that you did break that communication ground down too?
You did, or I did, or we did.
Which one is it?
That's what I'm asking.
Did you? Who
no, I'm asking you the question.
I'm just saying an immature
when
person. When
communication breaks down, it isn't one-sided.
It's an immature person.
Regardless of who they are. If communication breaks down, it's not one-sided. It's two people have to participate in communication. And if there's a breakdown in communication, it's a we problem. It's not an I or a you.
So if I lost a trust, would come in to tell you vulnerable aspects of my life, why keep telling you?
What do you mean? Say that again.
Lorraine, I was molested as a child. As a young boy, I was molested multiple times. That's why I'm very overprotective of kids. I have a big issue with that.
Okay.
I've been through a lot. I used to get abused a lot, and people would tell me that that's normal. I've seen a lot of young girls get abused. So I take the way pedos in the neighborhood operate. I've seen that a lot. And we would let them come around, the families coming back around and hang out. And in the community that I was raised in, a lot of people would ignore it like it didn't happen. And then you have the young boys who still do the same thing, and the little girl. So now you got traits in the consistency, but nobody deals with it. So when I bring it up to my lady, and I'm letting you know, and then you'll come at me and tell me, yeah, that's why you're a punk. No, I've never been attracted to a man.
So we're talking about
the point I'm making is the immaturity.
Well, that's abuse, though.
No.
Yes, that is.
No, wait, hold up. What I said the immaturity.
It is. It's just abuse. Forget about immaturity.
What do you mean when you say the abuse? I'm talking about the conversational
aspect of it. What I'm saying to you, Clevonne, is if you're sharing something that is that horrific that has happened in your life, that is that vulnerable to you, and you're sharing. Hold on, let me finish.
It's horrific?
Of course it's horrific.
Okay.
What happened to you? Absolutely. Okay? If you had something so horrific happen and you are being vulnerable and sharing that with your partner, something that is so private and so hurtful and so damaging, that happened to you when you were a child, and your partner's response when she gets upset is to call you a punk, that is abuse.
Thank you.
That is a toxic relationship, and that is not what we're talking about right now.
So now, no. So now we're talking about some people are not mature enough to handle certain conversations.
It's not even a measure of maturity at this point. That is abuse.
Okay.
I don't care how old you are. You have to have a cognitive mind to know that is hurtful and painful and ugly to do that to somebody.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're not talking maturity. It doesn't even matter. It is just blatantly wrong to do that to somebody.
Thank you for saying that. And this happens quite often. So Lorraine, I am a father. I made horrible choices. Horrible choices. And the women I chose to have kids with, I can't see the kids. I've been fighting for each one of them since they've been babies.
Okay.
And the kids believe I've never wanted to be there. I've been fighting for the longest. I'm going back and forth with my older daughter right now who says that I never tried to be there, and I try to show her all the pictures. I'm trying to show her receipts, and she says, I'm a psycho. You're a psycho. You're a weirdo. You're foul. And I asked her, why don't you go say something to your mom? My mom didn't do this.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 17. But she asks, why do you have my mom blocked? Because I don't want to fight with your mom. You have a phone. I'd rather talk to you. So now in her brain, I don't love her. I'm not trying to be there. You're always at work. Sweetheart, if dad don't work, I can't pay bills. But she don't understand that because she never was around me as much. So this is a vulnerable area where I'm telling you right now that I'm trying to fix. Now, when I bring this up to you, I'm really trying to get some type of support or some type of guidance on where to go because it's breaking me down as a man.
Okay.
I'm falling apart as a man because nobody addresses how I feel when I'm going through.
What kind of support in that scenario, if you were sharing that with your person, you were sharing your despair in that scenario in your life, what would be the support that you need?
What would you do?
I would ask you, what support do you need?
What would you think that I need? I'm bringing it up to you.
I don't know because I'm not a man in that position dealing with those things.
So as a woman?
So as a human being, whether it's man or woman, listen to me.
Oh.
This is communication. I would ask you, I am so sorry that you're going through that. What do you need from me? I don't want to assume. I don't want to guess. Tell me what you need for support.
Obviously nothing.
Because here's the thing. Why is it obvious?
Obviously nothing because I just brought it up to you. You're a woman.
Okay.
You understand what's going on with this girl. I don't know what's going on. I brought it up to you as a woman.
Yes.
As a mother.
Okay.
That can understand.
But that doesn't tell me what you need for support.
So obviously, I need to figure it out on my own. You see how I just shut down on you?
No, it doesn't make sense.
No, it don't make sense to you, but this is a common issue. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But I'm asking you, that you're shutting down why?
Because I'm looking for you to actually help me figure it out. And you're saying, well, what would you need from me?
Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, you know what? I'm telling you what's going on. And I just told you,
Mm-hmm.
You're a woman, you're a mother. I need support. I need guidance.
But what
How do I figure this out?
you need as support? Because you're coping with it as a man. I can't assume what you need is as far as support.
Okay, so
I can have an opinion about it. I can go to toe with baby mama and all this other stuff, but that doesn't mean I'm supporting you.
Aren't you a coach?
No, it's not about me being a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I am a coach, yes. And communication is very important. When I'm going through things in my life personally, when I'm going through it,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate if my partner were to say to me, what can I do? What do you need? Let me tell you what I need. Let me express it, because you could try to do everything under the sun that you think that I need, and it ain't it.
Okay.
So and unless we talk about that, you can tell me what you're going through, that it has to deal with women and I'm a woman and your young daughter and all that stuff, but it still doesn't tell me you emotionally, what kind of support do you need from me? How do you want me to be involved, or how do you want me to take a step back? Because I'll tell you what, when you assume things, when people are going through things in life, you could step in when they don't want you to.
Okay, so
you could take a step back when you don't want you to.
What would you suggest? Because here it is as a man, I don't even know what to do. Are you here? Listen to me, because you keep asking me the same question.
But why can't you answer it? How am I supposed to know?
Some people don't know how to tell you this, and you keep asking a question.
How am I, as a person who is not in that situation, how am I supposed to know how to support you when you don't even know how to support yourself?
So obviously, I don't need to talk to you about it. Did you just catch that?
No, you're not catching what I'm saying.
Well, you're not being patient enough to say, let me take a step back then.
Is that the support you need?
No, it's something that you need to dwell on. It's something that you need to take a step back and stop asking. You're dealing with a man.
Yes.
So sometimes you need to take a step back and stop asking the same questions.
Okay.
Because it's a sensitive subject. We all process it different. Listen, some things are more sensitive than others.
Okay.
So this is my child. I just told you my child was stripped from me.
Clevonne.
I told you my relationship is strained.
I understand that.
I told you I've been fighting to be there.
Okay.
And now there's a fight with my child.
What do you want your person to do?
Be supportive.
And what does that look like for you?
I don't know. I don't know.
So then how is somebody supposed to support you?
So it wouldn't be.
Do you want? Let me give you some examples.
There would not be a conversation no more. There would not be no more conversation.
But you would shut down when somebody asking you how to support you?
You're asking me a question instead of, I just gave you different things as a man talking.
You gave me what's going on. It did not go over my head.
I gave you what's going on. I gave you what I expected of you, and you didn't hear it.
No, you didn't. What was the expectation?
Yes, I did.
What was the expectation?
Yes, I did.
What was the expectation?
You didn't hear me.
Tell me what it was.
You didn't hear me.
You didn't say it.
Yes, I did.
What was it?
Play back and you'll hear what I said.
The only thing you said was, I need your support.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
no, I didn't.
It was. What was?
So now this
Clevonne,
is why we have breakdowns. Listen to me.
You didn't say it.
You're so gun home. What do you need? Why aren't you telling me? What is this? Well, you're not telling me anything. And I sat here and told you, and you didn't hear it.
You didn't say what you needed.
So
You
therefore,
said you
we don't
know.
have nothing else to talk about.
You literally said, I don't know.
No. I did say I don't know. But once again, when you play it back, you'll hear what I said, but you didn't hear. And this is where the deaf ear issue come in.
You didn't
So this
say
is a conversation
anything.
I would never have with you again.
You didn't say anything.
I'm cool.
You're in your feelings.
No. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. I'm tired of repeating myself.
You're in your feelings.
So why did I bring this up? What did I just say again? I told you it was what? What was it? It say what?
Are you asking me because you need to remember yourself?
No, I remember what I said. But I told you it's a sensitive subject.
Okay.
You didn't hear that.
Of course I did.
You didn't hear what I said I needed from you because you kept saying.
You didn't say what you needed. You said, only thing you said you needed was support. That was the only thing you said you needed.
Okay, that's all you heard.
Well, what else did you say, Clevonne?
If you say I didn't understand you, I didn't get it, say I didn't hear you. Don't keep saying that.
No, I heard you though.
So
I'm
what
not
did I
going to
say
tell
then?
you I didn't hear you when I heard you.
So you didn't hear what I said because I was specific on what I said. See how we're going back and forth? Because you want to be right. You want to be right so bad that I sat here and told you I said it. If you didn't catch it, say I didn't hear
But
it.
I've
Can you
also
repeat it?
asked you, what did you say? I've asked you that several times now.
You said,
I
what
said,
did you
what
say?
did you say?
What did you say?
I'm asking you.
Now I feel like you're antagonizing me, so I'm going to
my
shut
Lord
down.
Jesus. You got
I'm
an answer
giving
for
you-
everything.
No,
you know
yes,
what it
it
is?
is.
You know why? Because you want to stay in it.
No,
You're not
it's not
taking
about standing.
ownership.
Because take ownership
Well,
in what I told you.
We can't talk over each other.
But take ownership in what I told you, though.
I am taking ownership.
No, you're not.
How? Okay, tell
No,
me
you're
how
not.
I'm not.
Because I was specific and said, I brought it to you because of this.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Of this.
You
What
didn't
was
hear
this?
it.
This?
Say I didn't hear it.
I don't think you remember.
Say I didn't hear it.
You
Just say I didn't hear
say
it.
that, Clevonne.
Lorraine, just say I didn't hear it.
No.
I didn't catch it.
No.
You see how prideful you want to be?
No, because I know
And
I didn't
that's
say
where,
that.
That's where the communication breaks
You're
right
being
there.
prideful and you're being emotional.
No,
And
no,
we
no,
cannot
no, no.
have a rational conversation if you're getting overly
Don't
sensitive.
bring it to me about being overly sensitive when I'm sitting here telling you I brought it up. If you didn't hear it, say I didn't
What
hear
is
it.
your problem right now?
I'm making a point.
But what is the point?
You want to be right.
That's your point.
You want to be
And
right.
what do I want to be right about?
About instead of being humble enough to take a step back, you want to be.
That's
I didn't
gaslighting.
hear it. No,
What
no,
you
it
did
ain't.
is gaslight.
No,
Yep.
baby. When you replay this, you will hear exactly what I said. And if you didn't hear it, say I didn't hear it.
Okay. Moving on.
You see how you discard it.
I'm not
Everything.
discarding it, but we're talking in circles.
It's okay.
We
No,
keep
we're
going
not.
back and forth.
You want to be right, so
You
leave
brought
it
up a
alone.
sensitive subject. It ignited some emotion in you. So now you're in an emotional state of mind. Okay.
If you say so.
It absolutely, because you're
There's no need
gaslighting
to
me
talk
right
to
now.
you again. No, you see, listen, it's not gaslighting.
It
When I
is.
brought it up and I told you what I needed from you, what I expected, I brought that
What
up to
did
you.
you expect, Clevonne?
I'm not going to repeat it.
Because you don't know.
No, I do know. I know exactly what
Why
I said.
can't you answer the question then?
Because I choose not to. Because
that's
it's something that I
silly.
want to talk to you about.
But that's silly.
No, to you it's not.
To me, it's silly.
Well, okay, it's silly to you because you want to be right, and we'll
What
leave
do
it
I want to
alone.
be right about?
Next subject.
What am I trying to be right about?
It's nothing. It's nothing.
But
sweetheart.
you can't make points and not be able to
I made
fill
a
in
point.
the gap.
See, once again,
What
when
am
I
I
brought
trying
up
to
the
be
thing
right
about how
about?
a man feels,
What am I trying to be right about?
right about standing on business for yourself. You're not trying to understand anything. What is
I
it?
am
How
trying to
can I help
understand.
you?
Okay, so let's.
How can I help you?
Yeah. What kind of support do you need? Why is that a bad question?
Why was it brought up to you before? And I made the point.
Because you said you need support.
What else did I say?
That's what you said.
You didn't hear it.
You said, I'm going through this with my daughter. My daughter feels these things about me. Her mother's saying these things that are slandering me. Now my daughter doesn't want anything to do with me. It's making me feel down and depressed.
Why did I bring it up to you though? Why
Because
did I say
it's
I
a
brought
sensitive subject for
it?
you.
Why did I say I brought it up to you? If you don't remember, say I don't remember.
You brought it up because we're talking about sensitive
No,
subject and being vulnerable.
I'm making a point, and once again,
What is
say
your point?
I didn't hear I don't remember what you said. say
Instead
that.
of just playing the game, just say what you said then, Clevonne, to make your point.
Ain't nothing said then.
It is so silly what you're doing.
So why do women walk away?
You are stuck in your mind that you want to believe that nobody wants to help you. That is your belief
No,
system.
no, it's not.
You're
No,
set
it's
in
not.
that.
No, it's
yes,
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
so when
not.
a woman is sitting before
Nope.
you and says, "How can I support you?" You can't
I
even
brought
answer
up
that
why.
question.
I brought up why. Once again,
Why?
though. So why do women stay?
Oh my God.
Why do women stay?
This is
Let's go
so
back to it. Why do
crazy.
women stay? Why do women stay as long as they do?
I wouldn't stay in a situation like that. The
No.
one you just painted.
You just paint
It's
it.
too hostile.
Because it's hostile for you because you're making it hostile. And I say as a man, I'm just going to shut down. I don't want
I'm
to bring it
making
back
it
up.
hostile.
I don't want to bring it back
So
up.
you're gonna go off on a woman who asks you, "How can she support you?"
No, because you didn't hear what I said. You missed all the
Why
pointers
do you
because you
need
want to be
the-
right.
Yes or no? Did you say that you needed support? Yes or no?
I did say that
Okay.
part, but
So-
that's all you stuck on.
But that's the thing that's most important for you.
So why did I bring it up to you as a
Because
woman?
we were talking about support. We were talking about how men don't get support. Were we not talking about that?
You didn't hear what I said.
Were we not talking about that?
We
And
talked
you
about it.
said, after you gave that situation in your life, that one thing you need is support. So we're back on the topic of support. Is that not what was heard and
Can
what
you
was
admit
said?
that that's all you stuck on?
Well, because I was asking you, how do you need support? And for some reason, you can't fathom somebody asking you that question. So if you need support and that woman comes to you and says, "How can I support you?" and it makes you blow up,
It didn't make me blow up.
Because you don't have an answer.
No, I don't have an answer. Because
Okay,
I told
but
you
she
why I
can't
brought it up to
figure
you.
that
No.
out for you.
I'm going to say it again really quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I said, I don't know what type of support I need, but I brought it up to you for this reason.
For what reason?
You as a woman, you're a woman. And I assume maybe you have some insight or idea on what I can do or how I can handle this.
But what if I don't?
If you don't, I don't know what to do.
I did say that, Clevonne. I said I am not a man in this situation. You're speaking from reference point of being a man experiencing that. Yes or no?
But as a man bringing it up to you, as a man bringing it up to you, and I say this is what
I
brought it up to you.
But I as a woman am going to experience what you're going through differently. What I might need, regardless of me being a woman or a man, just me as an individual, what I might need from somebody might be different than what you might need.
We
and
got
instead
that.
of me assuming the kind of support you need, I'm going to ask you, what kind of support do you need?
Okay, listen.
Why
Once
is that
again,
bad?
Lorraine.
Tell me why that's a bad question.
I brought it up. I just said, what did I just say? Please repeat what I just
Lord
said.
Jesus.
Please.
I don't know what you're saying. Literally don't know what you're saying.
So why was it brought up? Why did I say I brought it up to you?
I thought I've answered this question 5 times at least.
Why did I just say I brought it up? You're negating from the question. Why did I say I brought it up?
I don't
just
know
answer.
anymore.
Okay. So why do women stay? As long as they
That's
do.
why you brought it up?
No. I'm
Or we're
changing the subject. I'm changing the subject.
Okay.
The point I was making is I made that point of how we get to a point where we shut down and how we sit there and go through that debate back and forth and how we don't hear each other as well.
Okay.
That went way over your head.
Way over my head.
Way over your head.
All the way over.
So bringing it back once again, since we had the back and forth, I'm going to be clear again.
Okay.
I brought it up to you because I assume as a woman, you probably having some insight on how to deal with this, how I can handle it, or what my daughter may be going through as well. Because
But if
I
that's
don't
not
know.
my experience, I'm not going to have insight.
It's okay.
Yeah. Just because I'm a woman, it doesn't mean I'm going to understand your situation.
Stop, listen to me. Instead of going through the question of how can I help you, if you say something, listen.
Isn't that what you want?
I want you to say something and say, I don't know what to do. I can definitely be here for support. I can be here. But you said, how can I support you?
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to translate the direct support they need. Because a person may need financial support and they may never tell you they need financial support.
If you're in a situation, any situation that you're in your life, that's a crisis for you. And someone says, how can I help you? You have answers as to what you need. You do.
You do.
You might say, I need a shoulder to cry on. I need you maybe to try to talk to my daughter. I need to see if whatever it may be, you know what you need.
But I just told you what I needed.
But you just said you didn't know what you needed. You did say that.
Why did I bring it up?
I'm listening more than you realize.
Lorraine, why did I bring it up? We're going to stop there. Just all I keep asking you the same question.
No idea.
And you don't want to answer it.
I am trying to answer, but you seem to have other answers in your head that was never said.
Oh,
you want me to read your mind like you want me to figure out the support you need. And I can't do that because I'm not a magician.
Figuring out the support. It's are you hearing the person? Some
Loud and clear.
Some people don't hear it. Some people don't hear it. They hear certain parts of a conversation.
Do you hear it?
I'm making a point that some people hear a certain part of the conversation.
Are you going to answer the question? Do you hear it? Do you even hear
I
yourself?
Hear it. I know exactly what's being said.
Okay, what's being said?
What do you need?
Okay. What's wrong with that question?
How do we get people to get to a point where they can express that? What I need.
I'm asking you when I say, how can I support you? Why is that a bad question to ask?
It's not a bad question.
Then why are you so worked up?
I'm not worked up. You're gaslighting.
That's gaslighting? Oh my God.
You're trying to gaslight me right now.
But I'm not gaslighting you. I am asking you because I'm confused as to what got you so worked up. From the beginning, what I heard you say was, okay, let me tell you what I heard you say, since you don't think I'm hearing you.
Go for it.
Okay. You shared 2 very painful experiences with your life. One, things that have happened to you and occurred to you when you were a child. And then you shared some things that are going on with your child and your and her mother.
Yes.
Okay. In both of those scenarios, what you have emphasized was that you didn't get the support you needed. Okay. So when you can say with such clarity that I did not get the support I needed, that means you knew the support that you needed, because you can't say you didn't get it if you didn't know what it was.
Wait, hold on.
So now when I ask you, what support do you need from me? You can't tell me you don't know.
You didn't get the support, but you know what support you need. Ain't that a slap in the face?
Huh?
You just said that. You didn't get the support you needed, but you know the support you need.
Because you said I didn't get it. So when you use that language, I didn't get, that
Correct.
means there was something in your mind that you needed to get. So you knew what that list was, is what I'm saying. So when you say I didn't get the support I needed, if you didn't have a clue what that was, you wouldn't know that you didn't get it. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Nope. You're gaslighting.
That is not gaslighting.
Look, okay, so look, I did, it was a purposeful debate. I did that on purpose.
Okay, but now we're at 150.
I know, but I did that on purpose. So because and I did it on purpose.
Nowhere with that.
I did it on purpose because
why?
This is one of your biggest issues in the home front.
Which is
one person make a point, one person didn't hear, we go back and forth, we had a debate, we're in a strong arm. Opposed to how do we get to a point where we back down to understand each other, to make the relationship.
You have to get out of your feelings.
If it's a sense, okay, so this is a real talk.
In order for us to be able to have real, tangible conversations, we have to get out of our emotional state of mind.
True, but if it's a sensitive subject, you got to walk a person through it too.
You can't walk a person through it when they're hysterical about something, when they're emotionally charged, okay? It's very difficult to have conversations when people are emotionally ignited. That conversation got you really ignited emotionally.
To you.
That was my experience, yes. And so therefore, no matter what I said at that point, it wasn't going to get anywhere because you've already made up your mind. And you already have a narrative in your head that women don't support. So it wouldn't have mattered what I said because your belief system is that no matter what I would say to you, it was not going to be sufficient.
When we have a level of support or respect amongst one another, regardless of how hysterical I get, I'm going to be quiet enough to hear you.
That's not true. That's not how I experience you. You don't know how to do that.
You didn't experience that.
No, I never
did. So
I
would say I don't respect you.
I think you respect me.
I respect you.
I just think you have a hard time getting out of your feelings.
No, because you don't know me.
You get worked up too easy.
I do?
Yeah.
In your brain.
In my experience.
In your brain.
From my experience.
But I know you get worked up very fast and get irritable very fast. And it's got to always go your way very fast.
But I can own that. I can own that.
You can own that. But it's until we actually get in that situation and scenario for it to be shown. That's a whole nother ballgame.
But I can own that. I'm a person who takes ownership. I'm never going to say that there aren't conversations that don't ignite me or trigger me. I'm not going to say that's from your mind. I'm going to say, no, that's true. I can get worked up. I'm not afraid to acknowledge and be and taking ownership of self. Yeah, I'm human. There's going to be some conversations that will trigger me. Absolutely.
So the normal Clevonne, if I were in that real true situation, the normal Clevonne,
what do you have to say in conclusion?
If I was in that real situation, I'm in a position where I know how to digress the situation and just kind of like, okay, I understand that you don't want to get it. That's me. That's my conversation with my partner.
Okay.
But what we just experienced is what goes on in the home quite often. Yeah. And it's always somebody trying to, well, you didn't get this, you didn't get that. No, tell me this, tell me that. And we haven't gotten to a point where somebody got to back it down.
You just haven't been in a space where a woman actually asks you questions and you can allow her to ask you those questions and give her the answers. That's not your experience.
But I don't.
So you don't even know how to respond to that.
Are you missed the whole, Lord, I just bit my tongue. You missed the whole ship. Once again, past tense, I would have dealt with somebody where I would have shut down. In present,
it breaks my heart that me as a woman can say to you, what can I do to support you? And that works you up. That you're not even able to give an answer for that.
This was a show. This was a show. This was a show.
That's sad to me.
And you still stuck on that. Once again, it was a show, ladies and gentlemen, to make a point. But Lorraine is still worked up, and I understand it's the first of the month.
Okay. At all.
All right, got you. So what would you like to say in conclusion?
I would like to say, well, we got to conclude now. It's over.
In conclusion, I thank you all for watching once again, because we got to get to a point where we heal a lot of homes and a lot of relationships so that we don't keep losing, because a lot of our children lose in the end as well. The children lose, and remember what your choice is at the end, like kids are watching you. So we have to get to a point where we regulate our emotions like we did today. We have to get to a point where we don't gaslight like we did today. We have to get to a point where you mature within yourself in whatever that level of healing is, so that we don't have this back and forth. Because I don't want you to be in your feelings all the time.
I am not in my feelings. You little sensitive ass mofo. All right, well, We kind of talked about it, but I guess we didn't. But there's always some nuggets coming from the Lorraine and Clevonne show. So until next time, please don't forget to hit the subscription button and give us a thumbs up. Ciao. See you next time.
I know. Peace.